In the name of Allah, the All Merciful, the Ever Merciful. Hello, my students. How are you today? I hope you are very well. Today we are going to deal with Unit 1, Prep 3, Visitors to Egypt. Lessons 1 and 2. Let's start with the new vocab. The first word is bazaar. 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 A market or a group of shops to buy souvenirs. Police station. Police station. An office for people who catch thieves. Snorkeling. Snorkeling. Swimming with equipment so that you can breathe with your head in the water. Tourist information center. Tourist information center. An office where you can find out about a city or an area. Youth hostel. Youth hostel. An inexpensive place where young people can stay when they are traveling. Windsurfing. Windsurfing. A sport you can do on the water. Hurghada. Hurghada. A famous resort. Spring. Spring is the season. There are 4 seasons in the year. Wonderful. Wonderful equals fantastic. Holiday. Holiday equals weekend. Different is the opposite of the same. Camp. Camp. We can use this word as a verb and as a noun. Camp are like camping in the desert. Stay in. Stay in equals live in. Island. Island. An area which is surrounded by water. Scuba diving. Scuba diving. Around. Around. Go fishing. Go fishing. Best. Guidebook. Hotel. Hotel. Modern is opposite of ancient. Comfortable. Comfortable. Information. Uncountable noun. We can say pieces of information, and a piece of information. Find out. Find out equals discover. Middle. Middle. In the middle of. Port. Port. City. City. Peaches. Peaches. Windy. Windy. Definitely. Definitely. Try. Try. Boat trip. Forget is opposite of remember. Souvenirs. Souvenirs. Something you buy to remember a place. Sailing. Sailing. Marked. Marked. Breathe. Breathe. Weather. Weather. Let's start the function box. Here, asking for recommendations. How can you ask for recommendations? We can say, do you recommend plus verb plus ing? What word do you suggest? Verb plus ing. What is the best place to plus infinitive? Is there a good place to plus infinitive? How can you give recommendations? We can say I recommend verb ing. I suggest verb ing. The best place to infinitive is plus the place. You can plus infinitive. We can say, do you recommend visiting Luxor? I recommend visiting Luxor. Stop here and study carefully. Hotel. Youth hostel. Stay in. Stay with. Then. Middle. Middle. Port. Port. To. Either. Trip. Journey. Voyage. Flight. From. Form. Boat. Boat. Think. Think. Look for. Look at. Interested in. Keen on. Sight. Sight. Souvenir. Present. Cafe. Coffee. Language notes here. The first one, a place for holiday. Hurghada is a good place for holiday. Number 2, stay in at, stay with. There are many places to stay in. He stays with his family. Number 3, much cheaper than. Youth hostels are much cheaper than hotels. Number 4, in the middle of. The bank is in the middle of the city. Number 5, beach. Bank. Hurghada has many beautiful beaches. We walked along the bank of the Nile. Number 6, go verb plus ing. Go diving, go swimming, go shopping. We can say we will go swimming tomorrow, and we can say we will go for a swim. Go running, go for a run. Number 7, it's best to revise early. It's best to study hard. It's best to sleep early. Number 8. Present, prize, souvenirs. They gave her a lot of presents on her birthday. Ahmed's whale won the Nobel Prize. Tourists can buy souvenirs at bazaars. Number 9. Have a great time. Thanks, have a great time. Number 10. Are lost equals get lost. Those tourists are lost, so they are asking for directions. Number 11. Look for, look after, look forward to. They are looking for the book. Look for equals search for. Look after, mothers look after babies. Look after here equals take care of. Look forward to must be followed by verb plus ing equals hope. I'm looking forward to visiting Mecca. Number 12. Journey, trip, flight, voyage, picnic, tour. My father went on a business trip. Our voyage by ship was interesting. The flight by plane was comfortable. Number 13. Suggest, recommend, verb plus ing equals suggest that, subject infinitive. He suggested watching TV. He suggested that we watch TV. Number 14. Recommend a tour with. Do you recommend a tour with a guide? Number 15. Tell about. Guides can tell you a lot of things about a place. 16. Want to. We want to go shopping. Number 17. Sound, voice. The film sounds good. I can hear a sound's voice. Number 18. To as well, either. I like football too. I like football as well. At the end of the positive sentence. She didn't eat fish either. At the end of the negative sentence. Number 19. Go visit, go shopping, go to a concert, go on a tour, go for a walk, go to the club, and so on. Visit an ancient site, visit a historical building, visit the old town, and so on. Notes here. We use play with football, tennis, basketball, and so on. We use go with diving, swimming, sailing. We use do with wrestling, boxing, judo. Exercise on vocabulary. Study carefully, then answer all these questions. Then we will discuss the answers later. The most important part in the unit is how to give advice. The word advice, uncountable noun, can't be counted. We can't say advices. We can say a piece of advice, pieces of advice. The verb is advise, the sound. The verb is advise, the sound. How can you give advice? We use should, ought to. If I were you, I would. It's a good idea too. You had better. I advise you to. My advice is to. The best thing is to. If it's negative, we can say ought not to, shouldn't. If I were you, I wouldn't. It isn't a good idea to. You had better not. I advise you not to. My advice is not to. The best thing is not to. For example, you should help the poor equals if I were you, I'd help the poor equals I advise you to help the poor equals you ought to help the poor. Number 2, you shouldn't waste time equals if I were you, I wouldn't waste time equals I advise you not to waste time equals you ought not to waste time. Notes here. You had better must be followed by infinitive without to. We can't say you had better to study hard. It's wrong. You must say you had better study hard. If it's negative, you had better not. We can't say you hadn't better. You must say you had better not without to. You had better not waste your time. Notes here. If you want to give advice in the past about something happened in the past, we must say shouldn't have past participle. He should have studied hard. He didn't study hard. She shouldn't have lost her money. She lost her money. Your friend didn't study well, so he got bad marks. Give him advice. You should have studied hard. Exercise on grammar. Study carefully the grammar, then answer all the questions. Rewrite. Here, stop, study carefully.